Intro. What if I told you that getting ahead of 99% of people is remarkably simple and only requires 5 minutes of your day? Stick with me until the end of this video and I'll walk you through a foolproof, step-by-step plan to do exactly that. The realization. The first thing you need to understand is that most people are doing absolutely nothing to get ahead. They wake up, go to work, and do the bare minimum to get by. They make 100 excuses for not doing what they know they should, and they waste their lives by not acting. Most people are too distracted, lazy, scattered, or worse, pursuing the wrong things altogether. Take my neighborhood gym, for example. It's free for everyone, yet I'm often the only one there. And I'm talking about hundreds of people who live in the same complex. As I walk past their apartments, I can see through their windows, and what do I find? Rows of people glued to their TVs, computers, and phones, staring into the glowing screens like they're hypnotized. Back when McDonald's first came onto the scene, its unbelievable prices, tastes, and convenience disrupted the entire food industry. And now, decades later, we're fatter than ever before. Forget your gut. Your brain is next. We live in the age of instant gratification, where mind-numbing pleasure is just a swipe away. TikTok, for example, has been downloaded more than 4.1 billion times, and nearly half of the entire US population uses it every month. Think about that. Almost 1 in 2 people in the US are on TikTok. You don't think other companies are noticing this? And this is only the beginning. It's only going to get more sophisticated, more widespread, and even more addictive. Technology is already invading your senses and, soon, the very fabric of your reality. Digital fentanyl, yes, that's what it is. It's seeping into and contaminating everything we do, consume, or engage with. And I couldn't be more thrilled. The gift. Why, you might ask? Because it's a gift. Imagine living in a drug den. It's dinner time and there's a loaf of bread hidden somewhere. But most people are either high off their minds or incapacitated by withdrawal. Now, how much of an advantage would you have as the only sober one in the room? Think about it. As long as you don't fall into the trap of the herd, it has never been easier to get ahead, and it only takes 5 minutes a day. This is your first step in transformation. Level 1. Harnessing the power of small wins. The concept of a small win is simple. It's a task that requires minimal effort but still brings a positive result. And yet, most people still don't do it. Taking the stairs instead of the escalator, choosing water instead of soda, or listening to an educational podcast instead of mindlessly scrolling TikTok. It's not that hard or uncomfortable, just a bit inconvenient. This is what I call the collective comfort zone. People are content to fill their brains with mindless, feel-good trash, but not you. You're going to step outside this bubble and start collecting small wins every day. Once these habits become automatic, you'll be ready to move on to level 2. Level 2. Harnessing the power of discomfort. Level 2 is simple. Do one uncomfortable thing a day, just one. Outside of the collective comfort zone is the personal comfort zone, the emotional effect. Level 1 might annoy you a little, but level 2 will make you anxious. When I was single, level 2 was forcing myself to say hi to that cute girl sitting next to me on the plane. When I lived in Hong Kong, it was asking a guy eating noodles what he ordered because I couldn't read the menu, even though he looked annoyed and told me to leave him alone. Level 2 also means saying no to your boss and standing up for yourself, even if it costs you your job. It's about admitting when you've messed up, holding your tongue when someone cuts you off in traffic, and not flipping them the bird. Whatever that one uncomfortable thing is for you, do it daily, and you'll soon have a habit that sets you apart from everyone else. If you stick with it, this 5-minute habit will become second nature, and you'll quickly find yourself ahead of the pack. Level 3. Harnessing the power of pain. By now, you're probably starting to see a pattern. Level 1 is annoyance, Level 2 is discomfort, and Level 3, pain. But don't worry, you don't need to stay at Level 3 forever. Even if you stay at Level 2, just stepping outside of your comfort zone every day will still put you ahead of 90% of people. But to be among the top 10%, you need to embrace Level 3. Do one painful thing every day. Pain is different from discomfort. It's uncomfortable to put yourself out there and talk to someone you like, but it's painful to be rejected. The key is intentionally seeking out pain and making it part of your daily routine, treating it as a catalyst for growth. I know what you're thinking. Why would anyone intentionally seek out pain? No one likes pain. It sucks, but pain has a deeper truth. Just like a natural force, it's coming for you, whether you're ready for it or not. The question is, will you face it head on or wait for it to choose you? I choose the pain of the gym over the pain of becoming an unhealthy, disease-ridden old man. I choose the pain of hard-earned knowledge and experience over the pain of ignorance and regret. You get to choose the pain you face while you still can. The role of pain in growth. That's why I plank for 15 minutes every day. The physical pain and mental fortitude it takes to keep going is my Level 3 challenge. For a moment, imagine to be an ER doctor. On one hand, I hate it. It's chaotic, stressful, and I see death and suffering every day. On the other hand, I love it for those exact reasons. It toughens me up. It reminds me what really matters in life. After all, if I can handle cleaning maggots off someone's infected leg, digging out feces from a constipated grandma's behind, and saving a pregnant woman from a bullet wound, all in the same shift, what's getting cut off in traffic really going to do to me? Luckily, you don't need extreme situations to grow in this way. Pain is subjective. Even the smallest amount of pain, like doing a single push-up, can be your entry into Level 3. Life will present you with pain every day, and you'll find yourself at a crucial crossroads. You can either complain, feel sorry for yourself, and be a victim, or you can embrace the pain, see it as a chance to grow, get stronger, and build resilience. Conclusion. Pain isn't the villain here. The real villain is you when you choose to victimize yourself. Just like pain in the gym, pain in life is a signal of growth. If you avoid it and complain about it, you'll stay stuck. But if you embrace it and see it as part of your journey, you'll get stronger and more prepared for whatever comes next. Pain is inevitable, It's how you handle it that determines whether you live in a meaningful way or let it be meaningless suffering. Getting ahead doesn't need to be a difficult task. With this simple three-step system, you can follow a clear ladder of progression every day. If you want a reminder of this system, create a beautiful canvas print with the 3 steps. Finally, don't forget to subscribe. Tell your friends, your grandma, and even your pet hamster. See you later.